I was never really a fan of joining clubs at school, and if they were all like this one, I'm glad I missed out. I'm Rob, JTR Anime Newb on YouTube. JTR stands for Jesta ThaRogue, which is my name on Twitch and social media. On this channel I learn about and review anime with minor spoilers, but I don't go too deep into the plot or spoil the ending or any plot twists. This week is a show based on another one of my hobbies, video gaming. In the show, gamers. Our main character meets a girl who is a president of a video game club at school, in a video game store of all places. He gets an invite to the club where we meet more characters, and the show is based on the relationships between the characters in the club and some other kids at school. So when you're looking at the world and characters here, this is a very normal world. Modern day, everything's pretty normal. There are quite a few supporting characters, but I just want to look at the 5 main characters in this segment when we're looking at the characters. And I'll be honest, it's been a couple of weeks since I've watched it, and I might pronounce these names wrong, so I do apologise. First up we have Amano. He's timid, he's video game obsessed, he plays all the game types. He's randomly crazy and loses it, and he's definitely clueless socially, but he is a genuinely sweet guy who's just trying to do the right thing. Aww. Next is Tendo, who's the president of the video game club. Very popular and a good student. Likes Amano, and this changed her life completely. Again, she's just genuinely nice and just wants to do the right thing. There's Tasuku, who's cool, but he is quite manipulative and he is taller than everyone else. There's Aguri, who's cutesy and the closest thing to a proper anime girl this show has, but it's not in a weird or exaggerated way, it's just very cute and she just likes cats and stuff. And then there's Hoshinomori, who has a mutual hatred of Amano and is a game developer herself, so that's cool. As for fan service and mature content, there is barely any. There's an odd shirt/chest shot in, but it's very tame compared to other anime. And then there was just this one episode that just had gratuitous lingering shots of the girls at an onsen, and they're all barely wearing anything, barely covered, and it's just very weird and out of place. Just this one episode. It doesn't occur in any other episode, just this one, and it really stands out, and it's very bizarre. As for the animations, the backgrounds are very pretty. They're so well drawn and look really nice. The characters, not so good. They don't look as nice as the backgrounds do, which is kind of weird. There's some very funny moments, and the artwork is used for comedic effect, and lots of subtitles as well for comedic effect. For example, there was one bit where everybody kept saying that they weren't going to do something, and it kept coming up with a little asterisk saying they will underneath them. That was very funny. There's lots of moments that made me laugh through the artwork and animation, which is really cool. As for the voice acting, this is the least exaggerated voice acting I've seen in an anime. Every character has a screamy voice and a panic voice. Even the very calm Tasuku, whose name I know I'm getting wrong, he also has a very screamy voice and a very panic voice, which seems very out of character for him. There are lots of video game references, so if you're into that, that's really cool. And the music is used mostly for comedy effect. A lot of that's where they slow the music down or they play it out of tune when things are going wrong. The music is good, especially when used in this comedic way. What do the community think? Well, they rated it 4.3 out of 11,000 reviews on Crunchyroll. They enjoyed the realistic portrayal of video gamers, and that is how video games can help with relationships, which was cool. And it's rated 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. What do I think? Well, I like the video game references. There was a moment where one of the characters said, "Oh my god, this is like being teabagged after a headshot," and one of the characters was repeating the Konami code over and over to keep themselves calm, which is very funny. The intro puts Amano and or Tendo in different video game moments, including things like Smash Brothers, Super Mario and Street Fighter, which is really fun. There are some very funny moments, and as with a lot of anime, there's some really touching moments as well, which is actually quite nice. I did think though that there was a very slow start. Episodes 1 to 3 are very slow to get going and are very average. And there was so much drama all the time, all of which could have been solved with words. Something that happens a lot in all media, in anime, in Western media, it just all the time where somebody had just said, "Hey, I didn't say that," or "No, it's not what you think," or we were just hanging out, we're not together." If people just talk, then there wouldn't be an episode of TV to have, and it's quite annoying sometimes when you watch it because that's what you're focusing on. So why don't you just talk instead of just screaming or going off in the huff? I did see a comment from one of the episodes that said there's 6 characters with 4 brain cells. That kind of sums up a lot of these episodes. Which is my favourite of all these episodes? My actual favourite episode was number 7, but I can't talk about it without giving away any spoilers at all. So I'm going to say it's episode 4, which is called Karen Tendo and Slump Days. There is a part of that where it's showing you Karen Tendo's day as the day goes on, and she gives this monologue, and it shows you her reacting to this monologue before she meets Amano, and then it shows you after she meets Amano, and she's got the same voiceover, but the music's out of tune, as I mentioned earlier. The music's out of tune for comedic effect, and everything's going wrong for her, and it's really, really funny. I really enjoyed that episode. My favourite character? Well, this is the first time I don't have one. I think if you put all of their character traits into a stat bar, like a video game, which is relevant for this particular show, they would all come out about even. So I didn't really pick a favourite character. They all have their positives, they all have their negatives, and they all come out about the same. So what is my rating? I'm going to give this 2 arcade machines out of 5. It was okay. I am going to give it an extra +5 though for the video game references. I think it's got a slow start, a slow end, and fairly average characters, which means nothing really stands out. So it gets a 2.5 out of 5, which is about right. Halfway. Average. So that's what I think of Gamers. What do you think of Gamers? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share and subscribe for a new anime review twice a month. Be sure to go to Jesta ThaRogue on social media to give me a follow, and I will see you next time. Bye.